8 weeks out from my first show of 2019 being ifbb Pro League. It's the Arnold qualifier. So it's 8 weeks out now. I've just finished a 9-day diet break, which was really great. I'm feeling so normal and ready to ramp things up this week. So just firstly, I've been prepping for I think like 7 weeks now. So it's roughly a 15-week prep. It will be a little bit longer by the end of my last show. So the plan was to do a longer prep and you know, make time to have diet breaks, things like that. Now I'm choosing ifbb Pro League because I feel like it's the best of the best, and I've competed with ifbb twice before, and I always felt like I was treated like an athlete, and I felt like all the judging was you know, off your physique and what you like, from how hard you train, and you know, you're judged off a specific criteria. So that's the reason why I've chosen to do ifbb Pro League. I am a natural competitor, so you know, it means that I have to work extra hard to maintain and gain strength, because I need to be quite capped in the delts, especially against some of the girls who may be enhancing. I don't really think about that though. I just think, you know, I'm doing it to be against the best and to be my best. Yeah, so it doesn't really faze me. There's been a few questions with why you're doing an unnatural federation when you're a natural competitor. Just want to be against the best, and I feel like IFB is just like sporty and it suits me. Okay, so 8 weeks out, the plan of attack this week is dropping calories down as well as increasing cardio. Well, sorry, implementing cardio, because up until now I've just been hitting 10,000 daily steps just with my daily activities. So now we're implementing some extra cardio, which is going to be 1,200 calories per week. The way that I will track that is simply just stick to the same machine, enter my body weight, and go off the calories off that machine. It's not going to be 100% that calories I've burnt, but keeping the consistency of the machine that I'm choosing, not, you know, changing machines around, is going to allow a little bit more accuracy with that and keep things consistent. So I did my first 200 calories today on the Stairmaster. I know it's really basic bitch, but I actually enjoy the Stairmaster, so I'm just going to stick to the Stairmaster. It took me like 21 minutes to do 200 calories. So it's going to be a long week, but I actually enjoy it. So yeah. Nutrition, I'm still doing 5 low days and 2 refeeds per week. And to be honest, these 2 refeed days that I have been having have been absolute game changer with my prep so far. Having 2 days, because after I used to always just do 1 refeed day. I used to do 2, but the second one was not as high. But 2 really high carb days has really helped me a lot, I think, this prep. Not only with the progress, but also just feeling like alive during that time, and giving me that energy for the first half of, you know, the working week, I like to say. So yeah, I'm loving it. So macros for this week, Monday to Friday, 5 low days, are going to be 100 grams of carbs, 40-45 fat, and 145 protein. So it puts me under 1,400 calories, which is a very aggressive cut for me, considering I can maintain on like 2,100. So hopefully we see a big drop in the scale this week. My refeed days will stay the same, being about 2,100 calories, so 280 carbs, 45 fat, 130 protein. So I look forward to those days. Anyways, I wanted to do a quick recap with how I went with my diet break, because it is the first time I have implemented a diet break into a prep before. There's been a lot of research the last 1 to 2 years on diet breaks, and you know, I've been reading up on it, and my coach has suggested, well, he planned the diet break, so it was really cool just to give it a go and see how I felt during diet break. And then I'm going to go through what I've cooked for my low days. So with the diet break, I had 9 days. I was a little bit unsure of how it would feel. I was thinking, oh, like, am I going to put on weight? Am I going to drop weight? Am I going to feel really bloated? Am I going to feel really mentally a bit weird? But to be honest, it was a really enjoyable time. Like, it was obviously Christmas week for me here, so yeah, it was good to be able to eat a little bit more and not make it noticeable that I was dieting, because I do like to keep things as discreet as I can, especially around family events and things like that. I don't like to make a big deal about dieting. So anyways, the result of the diet break, I think it's good. I'm yet to get my feedback back off coach, but my average weight went up, I think 300 to 400 grams on a weekly average. Now I'm really happy with that, because usually on like my refeed days, because obviously extra glycogen into the muscle, as well as could be a little bit of water water weight because of having that in your body. I usually go up about up to 500 to 1 kilo, so 500 grams to 1 kilogram on my refeed days. So for me to have a weekly average, so the weight got up to 57 over a few days. The lowest weight was 56.4, and then it just stayed the same. So I was kind of like fist pumping every time I'd weigh in, and it wasn't like any higher than what I thought it may have been. So I think that my body's responded pretty well to it. I feel like I filled out a little bit more. I was getting crazy pumps this whole week, so that made me really happy, because I like a good pump. And I just feel normal again. Like, it feels like I'm just starting my prep again. So yeah, like, this week's gonna be tough, next week's gonna be tougher, the week after that's gonna be tougher. It's just gonna continue on. But you know, having that aggressive cut initially, then implementing this diet break, now I feel like I'm starting fresh again, but I'm still down like over 4 kilos. So I'm happy with the diet break, and I feel mentally good. I feel like energy well. I slept really well. I feel like I've recovered well, and now I'm ready to really push my body to its limits. So yay to diet break. Anyways, that's enough about this. So happy for a good fat loss and weight loss this week, to bring me in that little bit tighter. And if I can lose 2 to 3 kilos the next 2 to 3 weeks, then I'm going to be really happy. So let's see what I've got prepped this week. So I've only prepped my low days, because obviously they are going to be crucial for me to hit those numbers, especially them being really quite low. So first of all, I thought ahead. I thought, okay, I'm going to be really tired this week. I have 2 events on. Today's New Year's Eve and tomorrow's New Year's Day, and I just want to focus on my training, my recovery, and just eliminate any sort of things that could go wrong. Now, I am quite a compliant person. If I'm doing something, I'm doing it. I'm not just lying. I don't know, I've got this weird thing, and I can always just be on point. I think just over the last couple of years, me doing last 2 preps flight attending, not knowing what my schedule was and having to adapt, has really helped me a lot moving forward. But in saying that, I like to think ahead. So this week I thought, you know what, the last thing I want to be doing is cooking all the time and figuring out the macros and weighing food and that, when I'm just going to be really tired and hungry. That's just the honesty of it. So I've gone ahead and literally prepped everything. So breakfast, let me show you. By the way, this used to be our laundry, but my mother is freaking amazing and created a little kitchen for me. I even have my own like fridge and everything. Anyway, so this is how organized I like to be. So the first shelf here is for breakfast. So I've got eggs, I've got avocado, low-fat cottage cheese, I've got zucchini and my mushrooms. Okay, so what I've got is 500 grams of zucchini, 500 grams of mushrooms, and I'll be having 100 grams of each in my omelette for breakfast. So that way, obviously I'll still weigh out the 100 grams of each, but that way I know it's 100% on point, because I've already weighed that to be for 5 days on point at 500 grams. Same with the mushrooms. Eliminating any type of inaccuracy with my tracking. And then avocado, obviously, I'm not going to weigh that out individually because the avocado would probably go off. That's a good avo. So yeah, just have this plus 50 grams of cottage cheese and 5 egg whites. I use the proper eggs. I know a lot of people these days are using the, you know, the carton eggs. I just feel like they taste a little bit different, so I'm not really into it. Okay, so I've got snacks here ready. I've got 100 grams of strawberries, which I've cut up. I hope Friday. I've got Chobani Fit, which I'll be having as well. Probably have that at dinner time, sorry, dessert time, so after dinner. That way I have protein before I sleep, so I can get gains. So that'll be snack. And then I've got Freddos. Why won't focus? Freddos, which are all individual. Down here I've got dinner. So I've got one of those zucchini spiralizers. So I spiralized, well, like zucchini noodled 180 grams of zucchini and 80 grams of asparagus. So I literally did those from Monday to Friday. They're all cut up, ready to go. I like to cook my food fresh, but this way it's all weighed out. I don't have to like worry about cutting up my veggies or like, you know, weighing it out and stuff. It's all done, ready to go. So that way it makes life easier. Just got some spinach leaves there, which I'll just kind of add. Up here, some more Freddos. And then I've got my tuna, which I actually get fresh, which is fresh from Queensland, Australia. That's really all that I'm going to be eating. And then I've got almond milk in here, ready to go. I've got this that I'm really into at the moment, which is Next Bar. Just sugar-free soda water, watermelon, cucumber, and mint. It's so good. So nothing wrong with that. It's obviously got 0 calories in it. So if I feel like something sweet or if I'm hungry, I'm just gonna go grab a glass of soda water. What else do I have in my pantry? I've got Cocoa Pops, because like I freaking love Cocoa Pops, and on my high carb days I always have them. Oats, I have 70 grams before I train. So if I am going to train early in the morning, well, like early I mean like 11 a.m. I'll have oats and protein for brekkie. Otherwise I'll have it after like lunchtime before I train mid-afternoon. Now I've also weighed out my peanut butters, 25 grams per day. I just find it's easier to have everything weighed out in a container. You have to worry about getting the scale on and, you know, weighing the spoon out than wanting to eat more. It's just there ready and that's all you can have, so enjoy. I've got cinnamon, salt, tuna in case, you know, I don't have any like tuna cooked, or if I don't have any protein sources. Always just good to have those ready in case. That's PB that I used. To be honest, I don't really use that. But yeah, I've got it there if I really want to. For an emergency day, if I'm feeling starving, I've got sugar-free jelly, which is pretty much like drinking like a sugar-free drink, but in jelly form. I used to have this all the time when I was dieting. Pretty freaking good. PB2, I'm not having that this week. This is really good. This is a cocoa amino teriyaki sauce, which is really good to cook in. The macros are so low. I think there's like 2.3 grams per serve, which is like 5 mils, but I usually use 10 mils. So I'm also not having that this week. That's pretty much all that is. Or I have hot chocolate. These are like 7 grams of carbs per serve, and it's all it's serving sizes, so you can't, you know, calculate wrong. And I have those with whoopsie. I make a milkshake in the afternoon, which I just had because I'm really weird. Just with almond milk, and I'm just spilling them now. Just with the almond milk and one of those, and then I'm good to go. So if I just add in ice, almond milk, and one of these, and it's like a thick shake. So not as good without the ice cream, but you know, it's good as what we can have. But like I don't know why, but I like to have different flavored proteins. I've just ordered 2 more, but this salted caramel one is amazing. Really freaking good. I'm really into it. I've got the collagen ATP science one as well, which, you know, I'm not really that into, to be honest. It's salted caramel as well. Magnesium and zinc, which I have at night time before I go to bed. An iron supplement. Multi-food. There's like a little herb thing in case I get like a sore belly. Just put that in water. Some coffee, not that I drink instant. And then I've got some Prana gingerbread man flavor, which is pretty good. And that's it. Really, some BCCAs, which I don't take, and protein pancakes. So that's pretty much it. 8 weeks out, food's simple, food's all ready to go, training's planned out. I also plan out what I'm doing every day so that I know what I'm doing and that I can just make my life a lot easier when I'm prepping. So yeah, that's it. 8 weeks out. Time to smash it. Next vlog I'll do a little bit more training side of things, but I think everyone's really interested in the whole nutrition side of things, so hope that you know, that's a bit of an insight to how I go about my nutrition when I'm dieting. So thank you for watching.